Hey guys, how's it going? A few years ago, well just a couple of years ago in 2018, I made a short video explaining how I started my stamp blog back in 2015. So if you want to watch that video, I'm going to link to it below, but I'll give you a very brief summary of that video. Basically in 2015, I found a bunch of stamp albums like this. Some are brand new stamps, some are used stamps from flea markets. They were the bulk of it was from Taiwan, China, and Vietnam. So I scanned them. It took like a very long time. I scanned a lot. It was a big batch, like hundreds. And then I uploaded them to my blog, stamplibrary.info. I'll link to it in the description below too. Check it out. So it took like maybe 2 years for my queued posts that, I queue them up to auto-publish because I don't have the time to actually go back every 3 days to post manually. And I queue them up like to auto-publish, and I think by early 2018, late 2017, I've run through the entire 100 stamp batch that I scanned back in 2015. And from then on, my blog's posts have just trickled out slowly. Because I'm not actually a stamp collector, as I mentioned in that video. I just happened to chance upon these albums, and I just thought like it would be a good idea to put them up online. So I didn't really actively seek out new stamps, but whenever I came across like some loose stamps, like when I traveled to Thailand, for example, or I live in the Philippines, right? So sometimes I find some old stamps, like an old envelope like from personal correspondence, and there's a stamp on it and I scan it. So once in a while I do update that blog, like just loose stamps, maybe like 3-4 times a year with a couple of stamps a year up until actually a week ago. So in late June I found this album. It was actually my dad's friend gave it to him as a gift. It's a album of secondhand stamps, but there were a few like brand new ones. Like here are some Macau stamps. They're totally brand new. Then these American stamps, like endangered species, they're totally brand new. So aside from these ones that's in plastic, the rest of it is used stamps. And I already told myself like I wasn't gonna scan anymore after 2015. That was a very big endeavor. I'm not even a big stamp fan. I already accomplished what I set out to do, which is like post the bulk of, well actually it wasn't the bulk, like I only got to scan like a fraction of the Taiwan, China, and Vietnam stamp albums I found then, but I thought like, I already did the blog. I don't need to add to it anymore. I'm not even like a huge collector, but this album, it's got very interesting stamps that they're from places like Nicaragua, Cuba, Paraguay, like stuff that's so distant from the Philippines that I don't know if I will ever get there. Some stamps are from countries that don't exist anymore, like the former Yugoslavia, the former Czechoslovakia, the former DDR, East Germany, former USSR. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna sit down and scan them. So I scanned them. There's nearly 700 here. It took like a while, maybe 3-4 days, like full, like we're still in partial COVID lockdown here, so it's not like I'm that busy. So it took like maybe nearly 4 days of intense scanning, like 10-12 hours a day. And then after that, couple of weeks to process them, to queue them into my blog so that they will auto-publish every 3 days. So I actually have enough content on stamplibrary.info to last me until 2023. You heard it right, 2023. So here are a sample of the stamps. Here's some. This is from Bulgaria. So I had to use Google Lens I had to use Google Lens for, like, because they're in Cyrillic. And I had to use Google Lens for that. And there's a bunch of Hungarian stamps. It was just a big thing. I was nearly cross-eyed at the end of the 2-3 week period after I finished queuing up the posts for the blog, because it was just copy paste and upload, and then it wasn't just like batch uploading them, you know, to the blog, because I had to compose the text inside. I had to process them to fit into the WordPress preview thumbnail thing. It was just, I can't believe I actually did it. It's just that once I started, it made no sense to stop, because I already made the effort of scanning, and then I already made the effort of processing. So I was thinking, no, I don't want to be posting this in WordPress anymore. It's just so like time consuming. I'm like, but then I already did step 1, step 2. So like interestingly, like there are a lot of nudes in the Paraguay batch and the Hungarian batch. I think this is brand new. Like it's sealed. This Australian one is brand new, but then there's a bunch more like used ones. So this one, like Sahara Occidental, apparently it's from a place in Morocco that was disputed back in the day or something. Then anyway, there's a lot here. I'm not gonna flip through the entire book. That's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is just to explain like the new batch of updates in my blog. Plus, you know, you're not gonna appreciate it like this anyway. So just check out my blog, stamplibrary.info. Every couple of weeks, you're gonna see like a bunch of new stuff, because I set it to auto-publish every 3 days. Here are the Cuban ones. All right. So there are the Nicaraguan ones. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll hope to see you again in my next video. Please thumb it up if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to be updated when I upload again. And please check out my stamp blog, stamplibrary.info.